If you're looking for a tender, soul-fulfilling read, then I've got the perfect recommendation for you, Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton. This book takes you on a spiritual journey to Japan, and Beth Kempton explains Wabi Sabi through her own experience and her own eyes. The reader is inspired to value one's path, to admire the beauty in everything, and to rejoice in the experience we cultivate in our imperfect and impermanent lives. There are 8 chapters in this book, and each chapter applies Wabi Sabi to daily life. Alongside fine prose, you'll also encounter uplifting Japanese proverbs and expressions, and Beth Kempton earns the gold star for delineating and explaining complex Japanese words and jargon so the reader has a proper understanding from start to finish of the book. Beth Kempton's book tells the reader about the origins, the characteristics and relevance of Wabi Sabi today. The reader is given steps, prompts, exercises and guidance to embrace imperfection and to reframe oneself for some ease in our hectic lives. Wabi Sabi for Beth Kempton is an antidote to the modern perfectionist comparison culture that infringes our mental health. Humans have complicated life. From our cradle to our graves, we work for others, we work for ourselves. We work for fame, wealth, recognition and stability. But what we don't work hard towards is living, and living is the priority. We overlook so much and skip precious moments. We waste our lives and fade away. This is where Wabi Sabi provides sagacity to our lives. Through Wabi Sabi, we recognize, accept, rejoice, and live. Wabi Sabi is an aesthetic and an elusive Japanese concept capturing the underlying facets of a spiritual Japanese life with roots in Buddhism. Wabi Sabi essentially means accepting the beauty of imperfection. The word wabi is rooted in seeing beauty in simplicity, whilst the word sabi represents the passage of time and reveling in change. Kempton does a sterling job in elucidating Wabi Sabi in daily life. From failure and relationships to nature and career goals, Kempton has got you covered. Kempton weaves her own experiences and stories into a book to inspire the reader and bring you closer to understanding Wabi Sabi. Kempton also gives some fine examples that help the reader get closer to Wabi Sabi. For example, bringing a piece of nature indoors is Wabi Sabi. Observing the changing seasons and savouring their gifts is Wabi Sabi. Living minimally is Wabi Sabi. Letting go is Wabi Sabi. Being kind to animals is Wabi Sabi. I can throw so many examples at you from the book and in general, and you may already be living a life in tune with Wabi Sabi. You just may not know it. Wabi Sabi, after all, is an all-pervading practice. What might not seem beautiful for our eyes might be beautiful when smoked through our nose or when heard by our ears. I particularly like the parallel Kempton makes to the seasons. Seasons are almost sanctimonious in Japanese culture. Like nature, we have to change, to shed, and to regrow. Reincarnation is part of life. Change is innate, and coming to terms with it is Wabi Sabi. Reading Wabi Sabi reminded me of the deeply distinct and spiritual side of certain Asian cultures. For example, the Indian, Chinese and Japanese cultures are ingrained in simplicity, gratitude, mindful living and finding tranquility not just with the external environment, but within ourselves. It's about soul-searching and self-study. Wabi Sabi, after all, has roots in Buddhism, and Buddhism has roots in India. Beth Kempton also illuminates the presence of Wabi Sabi in the tea ceremony. The simple tea ceremony encapsulates simplicity, humility, change, and joy. The tea ceremony strengthens patience and interpersonal skills. Beth Kempton illuminates the life of Sono Rikyu, one of Japan's most famous 16th century tea masters. Despite being a member of Hideyoshi Toyotomi's military court in a tempestuous Japan, Sono Rikyu's life embodied Wabi Sabi. Sono Rikyu's surroundings were tumultuous, but he learned to accept and recognize simple beauty and things as they were. Overall, Beth Kempton's book is ideal for the reader wishing to obtain a gentle insight into the mystical concept of Wabi Sabi. Although this book covers a lot of ground, and sometimes deviates due to its personable nature, it nevertheless connects the Wabi Sabi dots to the seasons, the home, one's life, aging, and happiness. Reading Wabi Sabi enables you to see the meaningful connections of our transient life. Reading Wabi Sabi opens your eyes to focusing less on the destination and more on the magic of daily change. It's less comparison and more appreciation. Wabi Sabi instills the art of actual living. So simply put, it's perfectly perfect to be imperfect. And that's all I'm going to say about this book, Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton. There is more to discuss about this book, but I don't want to spoil it too much for you. I'd rather you pick it up and discover the golden nuggets within it, because it's one of those reads that you can go back to again and again, extract more information, and apply it to your life. If you've already read Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton, let me know in the comments box what you think of it, or if you've got other similar titles to recommend, then let me know as well. Finally, if you can support at least one of the Sikh charities, I'd be extremely grateful. All the proceeds go to people in need, and all the information can be found in the description box. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, stay safe, and cheerio for now. Bye.